Texas A&M, 2.5-point favorite. We're going to give you our prediction on this game next Tuesday on the live show. Okay, so tune into that. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss anything as it pertains to this show and our picks, our analysis, all that. Being subscribed is the best way to make sure you don't miss a minute of what we're talking about on this show, The Hard Count. But what are the most important things that are going to potentially determine the outcome of this game? I got a couple of them. I got two for each team, actually. And I think one of the most important, if not the most important thing for Notre Dame in this game, and y'all to keep it a buck this season for the Irish, Riley Leonard and his downfield passing. I don't know exactly what to make of the Irish this year offensively. Not because I don't love the players, not because I don't love Mike Denbrock. I think the scheme is phenomenal. My question is, do you have a quarterback to make it all go? And not just once or twice, not just 1 out of 4 times. I mean, like consistently, can you hit the shot when the game is on the line? Riley Leonard, as physically gifted as he is, and he's very gifted now. There's a reason the NFL loves that dude. There were many a moment at Duke where it's like, this dude looks like a Heisman Trophy winner. The next game, he's completing less than half his passes. I need to see some consistency from number 13, especially in this game. Because with it being in College Station and with Mike Elko being the defensive head coach that he is, they will be ready to roll on the defensive side of the football. Will there be a finished product? No, which maybe allows for a little bit more opportunity. I need Riley Leonard dialed in from snap one because they will, I think, have a couple of chances to hit some deep shots against that Aggie secondary. If we're using last year as our teacher, there will be some plays to be had downfield. So if you can't hit those deep shots now, I wouldn't expect there to be that many more opportunities if you come up empty once or twice. Notre Dame's going to want to run the football. We'll talk about that more in a second, but like when you set up those deep passes, much like Jaden Daniels did last year for LSU, when it's on the table, you got to connect. Absolutely have to connect because they want to push the ball downfield. There's a reason why they averaged 10 yards a pass, 10.8 yards a pass, to be specific, last year at LSU under Mike Denbrock. They want to push the ball downfield. This is the new Notre Dame offense. Can you connect when there's money on the table? I honestly think that could be the differentiator for Notre Dame winning or losing this football game. For A&M, are you able to set the tempo with the run game? And this isn't just the cliche take of, whoever wins the line of scrimmage wins the game. Sure, that's probably a way that you could phrase this, but I think more importantly, like, can you move the ball in the trenches with Olevian Moss and a E.J. Smith and help Connor Weigman get acclimated? And then also, can you try and take resources away from that Notre Dame secondary? Because, like, to be honest, y'all, I think Notre Dame's secondary is the best secondary in America, not named Ohio State. Benjamin Morrison, Xavier Watts going to make a lot of money at the next level. If you can run the football effectively, guess what you do? You have to add in more numbers if you're Notre Dame to defend that. You take away maybe a little extra help that a Benjamin Morrison would have had over the top. You take away a little bit of attention Xavier Watts would have been able to play to the pass game. And for Connor Weigman, with the stage being the biggest he's ever walked into as the quarterback at Texas A&M, that is going to be crucial. You do not want to be able to have him back there like 3rd and 11, 3rd and 9, where he has obvious passing situations. The pass rush is one part of that. But I mean, like, going against that secondary, you want to be able to have Noah Thomas be able to get a step on him. And so that kind of leads to the next point that I have about Notre Dame. Like, can Notre Dame get into those situations where they have to play man coverage and be able to hold it down? Like Benjamin Morrison, I've said it, I think he's an NFL corner. I think we all understand he's an NFL corner. It's not really that novel of a take there. But that's going to be, I think, a really good test for Notre Dame in some sense. Because Jahdae Walker is a stud that's their leading returning receiver from a season ago. Not on the entire team, but I believe he led the team. Or he's the leading receiver that's returning, rather, for Texas A&M. Noah Thomas. The battle between Noah Thomas and Ben Morrison, I think, could determine the output offensively for Texas A&M. Now, again, you want to set that up with the run. That's huge. But if you can win some of those battles, heck, you can win some of those 50-50 balls if Connor Weigman gives you a chance, if you're Noah Thomas or a Moose Muhammad. Like, that, I think, is going to ultimately dictate the tempo of this game. So here's the other question I have for A&M defensively. And the other thing that I think is the most important to the outcome of this game. If you watch LSU a season ago, they would do a lot of what I would call like the modern triple option with Jaden Daniels. Now, the good news for A&M is that Jaden Daniels is not playing quarterback for Notre Dame. Instead, it's Riley Leonard, also a dual threat. But that pseudo triple option is essentially the read option and then a receiver or a tight end or a running back, whoever, that flares out in the flat. And so if he doesn't give it on that read option, you then have the quarterback out on the perimeter, and in a perfect world for Notre Dame, quarterback has a chance to knife up field, or if that defender, whether it's a linebacker or a safety, is rolled up and tries to take away the run, dump it off to a playmaker, let's get north and south, let's have a first down, keep this party rolling. If you're Texas A&M, that can't be the way that you lose this game. It can't. I mean, the most important thing here to give you like my take on this, do you have an answer for the triple option? And not just do you have an answer for the modern triple option once or twice or early in the game. I'm talking about like throughout the course of the game. Can you find a way to take that away? And what taking that away honestly could look like is giving them an obvious give look where, okay, we're not even going to let you pull it. We're telling you with our pre-snap look, you have to give the football on that read option. And then can you play solid enough on the defensive line like you did a season ago to minimize that, to not get gashed in the run game? The worst case scenario here for A&M is a Riley Leonard ad-lib, looking like he's going to throw it, gets upfield on that triple option. He's got, 80-plus rushing yards on the day. That would be the worst possible scenario for you to lose this football game because he gets in rhythm, he gets confidence, he's in the flow of the game. Your safeties are all out of whack. Maybe they're undisciplined. Deep shot to Jaden Greathouse, like that would not be the way to go about this thing for A&M. But if you can force him to have to take what you give you, and maybe he makes a bad decision at some point in time during this game in that situation, could be a turnover, crowd gets into it, Kyle Fields on fire, offense has the ball going in, like you see what I'm saying? That could snowball very, very quickly. I know we're putting a lot into one kind of play with Notre Dame and that modern triple option, but I'm telling you, that could be, I believe, as impactful as anything else when it comes to this game. So again, we got our pick for you. Texas A&M, Notre Dame, next week on our Tuesday show. Subscribe so you don't miss it, but we appreciate y'all in advance for being dialed in. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.